This might sound crazy, but a plant in your living room could be draining your luck, your money, and even your vital energy. Type, "I protect my home" in the comments right now to activate your protection before it's too late. You're about to discover why 87% of people place the snake plant in the worst possible spot and end up paying the price in silence, unexplained fatigue, constant arguments at home, money that just disappears. This plant isn't just decorative. According to Feng, an ancient spiritual science, it works as an energetic portal. And if it's in the wrong place, you might be sleeping next to a magnet for misery. The third forbidden spot explains why you wake up exhausted, even after 8 hours of sleep. And the last one could be affecting your emotional health without you even noticing. Save this video right now. You'll want to come back and rewatch every second of it. Now, take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear could change the energy of your home forever. Not everything that looks harmless is actually on your side. The snake plant, or Sansevieria trifasciata, as the ancient Feng masters called it, is not just a plant. It's a channel of raw energetic power. While millions place it on shelves or in hallways just for aesthetics, it sits there silently, reorganizing the vibration of the space for harmony or for chaos. For centuries, in remote villages across Indonesia, Africa, and hidden corners of Tibet, this plant was treated as a symbol of spiritual combat, a silent warrior against invisible forces that sneak into homes undetected: fear, scarcity, emotional illness, domestic conflict. Yes, conflict. Arguments that start out of nowhere, doors slamming, a heaviness in the air. Have you ever felt that? It might not be coincidence. Feng, the spiritual system that predates traditional Feng Shui and was taught only to initiated disciples, views space as a living organism. Every corner, every object, every breath inside your home shapes the quality of your destiny. And in this system, the snake plant acts as a filter for dense energy. But here's the detail almost no one knows. If placed in the wrong spot, it doesn't filter, it magnifies. Like a lens that enlarges what's already negative. It can drain vital energy from your environment and feed it back as financial, physical, or emotional imbalance. Now think about it. Have you ever felt like your home is heavy? That money comes in but somehow evaporates? That you wake up more tired than when you went to bed? Could be coincidence, or it could be the wrong placement of this plant. And the reason runs deeper than you think. The snake plant is ruled by the archetype of the border guardian. In spiritual symbolism, it represents the sentinel between the visible and the invisible. That's why its placement is strategic. Putting it outside of that role is like handing a sword to a warrior and then asking him to just sit in the living room. It simply doesn't work. Few people talk about this because almost no one has studied the true energetic role of plants inside the home. Many repeat superficial design tips, but ignore the profound impact of stagnant energy. And stagnant energy becomes a stagnant life. No progress, no flow, no peace. But here's the central point. You're still in control. And if you're watching this right now, it's because some part of you already knows something has to change. In the next few seconds, I'll reveal the 4 places where this plant should never be placed, and why each one activates a specific kind of energetic collapse. If you feel something's off in your home, wait until you see the second spot. You could be blocking your own prosperity with your own hands. The greatest trap of the snake plant lies in the comfort of ignorance. People believe that because it's a hardy plant, it can go anywhere. But what no one tells you is that this way of thinking can turn your home into a magnet for imbalance. The plant itself isn't negative, it's neutral, but its neutrality amplifies what's already in the environment. And that's why the wrong placement is so dangerous. In the energetic language of Feng, there are areas of the home where vital flow is more sensitive, like arteries that carry the destiny of those who live there. Placing the plant in those areas is like placing a snake plant in the wrong spot is like building a dam in a river that needs to flow. The result? Energy stops, money stalls, relationships start to fall apart. And maybe you're already living with the silent signs of this. Waking up in the middle of the night for no reason. Small setbacks snowballing into bigger problems. Feeling like you're always running but getting nowhere. Anxiety with no clear cause. Dreams cut short. Goals that never seem to come to life. These are classic symptoms of an energy field in internal conflict. And here comes the most important warning. Most people do this without even knowing. They place the snake plant where it looks nice, where there's room, or just to bring good luck. But luck can't be improvised. Energy doesn't respond to empty intention. Energy responds to placement. And now comes the key moment. There are 4 forbidden spots where this plant should never be placed, and if you make the mistake of using even one of them, you'll create a very specific kind of blockage in your life. This isn't superstition, it's energetic law. The same plant, depending on where it's placed, can become a catalyst for chaos. So write this down, or better yet, save this video. You'll want to come back to it every time you reorganize your home. And by the way, comment below. I want to clear my energy if you feel like something in your home needs to shift. Because next, I'll reveal the 4 forbidden spots. And the first one is one of the most common. You'll be shocked when you realize how many homes are making this mistake right now, maybe even yours. But the most dangerous one is the 3rd spot. That's the one that directly affects your sleep, your ability to love, and the way you feel embraced in your own home. If your house feels too quiet, maybe it's asking for help. So let's get straight to it. These are the 4 places where a snake plant should never be. And in each of them, your home's energy could be getting drained without you even realizing it. 1. The kitchen. Elemental clash. The kitchen is the center of fire, movement, and domestic alchemy. The place where raw becomes sacred, where cold becomes nourishment. Now imagine placing a plant of cutting energy, a symbol of rigidity, defense, and containment, right there. The result? A clash of elements. Fire and blade in a subtle but constant battle. You'll notice it in small arguments that escalate for no reason, in silent tensions between family members. Prosperity evaporates in the heat of irritation, and the household starts vibrating with disharmony. Ever walked into your kitchen and felt a sudden tightness in your chest? Pay attention. 2. Dark corners, multipliers of dead energy. It's tempting. The corner is empty, The plant fits perfectly, it fills the space. But what looks like a simple decor fix could actually be creating an energetic black hole. In places with no light, the snake plant absorbs stagnant energy and sends it back amplified. And the result is silent, but brutal. Sadness without reason, apathy, chronic procrastination. You lose motivation, ideas dry up, the world turns gray inside you. Worse, you start to believe the problem is you, but it's the environment pulling you down, little by little. 3. The bedroom, piercing energy in the space of rest. This is the most serious mistake. The bedroom is the territory of rest, intimacy, and emotional renewal. Placing a snake plant here is like sleeping next to an armed guard. It radiates a piercing vibration, powerful for defense, but disastrous for rest. You sleep, but you don't relax. You wake up with your body heavy. You start to drift emotionally from the person who shares the space with you. Affection cools, frustration grows, and the bedroom becomes a field of silent tension. 4. The center of the home, the heart in collapse. The center of the home is the point of energetic balance. It's like the core of a crystal. If it cracks, everything loses strength. And many people place the plant there to protect everything. But too much protection becomes a prison. A snake plant in the center blocks the flow. Energy stops moving, projects stall, life comes to a halt. And the cruelest part, you feel like you're doing everything right, but nothing flows. That's a clear sign your home itself is out of rhythm. Now that you know these 4 forbidden spots, how many of them exist in your home right now? Comment below. I chose the wrong spot, if you recognized one. But don't blame yourself, because in the next few moments, I'll reveal the hidden side of the snake plant and how it can become the greatest guardian of your prosperity. The secret lies in the right place and in what you activate when you treat it as a symbol. Not all protection comes from the light. Some comes from the silence of shadows. Up until now, we've talked about the mistakes. But now it's time to flip the switch. You need to understand, the snake plant is not the villain. It carries one of the oldest spiritual archetypes in human history, the silent guardian. In the ancient symbolic language of the Bantu peoples, its name translated as the one who strikes evil before it arrives. It is sharp in the invisible. It cuts through vibrations, neutralizes curses, dissolves intrusive thoughts before they can take hold. But it only works if it's respected. Plants are living organisms, but some species are more than that. They are spiritual beings with an energetic mission. The snake plant is one of them. It doesn't bring luck. It protects the flow of luck that already exists. It doesn't attract money. It creates a shield against losses, against leaks of vital energy. But what happens when you ignore its symbolic role? It goes silent. It shuts down. Worse, it becomes a kind of passive antenna, reflecting the energy of the environment back in reverse. Maybe you've seen this happen. The plant starts to wilt without reason. The tips dry out. The air around it feels heavy. That's the physical manifestation of energetic imbalance. Most people throw it away, replace it with another. But those who know the hidden codes recognize what's really happening. So don't be fooled. The snake plant is a living talisman. And like every talisman, its power depends on where it's placed and how it's treated. That's why the masters of Feng position it almost ritualistically. Never in the center, never in dead corners, but in passage points where energy enters or leaves. It should be the first thing someone sees when they arrive, and the last thing they see when they leave, because it's exactly in those portals, entry and exit, where the invisible moves. And when the snake plant is placed there, it acts as a spiritual filter, sealing the home's field. But be careful. This only works when it's energetically active, and there are specific ways to make that happen. In the next few seconds, I'll reveal the essential energetic care steps, the best time of day to water it, how to cleanse its vibration, and what's the one spot in your home where this plant can actually multiply your prosperity. The last step is a secret, because not everyone is ready to apply it. If you want to awaken the true strength of your plant, comment below, activate protection, and get ready. In the next few seconds, you'll learn how to transform the snake plant into the invisible guardian of your wealth. It's not magic, it's connection, and it begins with one simple gesture: where you place it and how you respect it. Now that you know the mistakes, it's time to activate the real power of the snake plant. It's a guardian, but guardians need purpose, placement, and ritual. The first step to awakening its energy is understanding that it responds to pure intention, not to hurry, not to decoration, but to the coherence between space, action, and presence. Essential energetic care. 1. Water in the morning, before 9 a.m. At that time, daylight is still in its activation phase. The water you give your plant is not just moisture, it's vibrational code. It absorbs that frequency and sends it back into the room as a protective field. Watering at night, on the other hand, can cause stagnation and make the energy feel heavier. 2. Remove dry leaves immediately. Dead leaves equals stuck energy. Even one dry leaf can anchor old memories in the room, especially emotions like frustration, sadness, or guilt. When you remove it, you're sending a clear command to the universe. Only what is alive remains here. 3. Clean with water and pink salt once a week. Wipe the leaves with a damp cloth and a pinch of pink Himalayan salt. While you clean, repeat in your mind, I purify, I protect, I activate. This phrase is ancestral. For generations, healers in southern India used it to awaken natural energetic filters. The most important point, the ideal spot. The snake plant should be placed at the entrance of the home, facing the front door. Not directly in front, like a barrier, but slightly to the side, like a sentinel. This is the transition point between the outer world and your inner space. It's where outside energy meets your personal field, and here it acts as a silent guardian, filtering everything that comes in. Thoughts of envy, heavy energy from other people, vibrations of fear, judgment, scarcity. Over time, you'll start to notice The air feels different, guests sleep better, and you finally feel truly at home. But there's one last step that almost no one knows, a gesture that seals the spiritual bond with the plant and transforms its protection into prosperity. And that step will only be revealed to those ready to receive it. So comment below, I am the guardian of my home, if you felt that connection up to this point. And don't forget to like this video if something inside you just woke up, because it's more than digital, it's energetic. In the final part, I'll show you the secret prosperity activation ritual with the snake plant. This ritual only works on specific days. And the next one is tomorrow. You didn't choose to watch this video by accident, and your home isn't calling you by accident either. We've reached the end, or better said, the entrance to a new cycle. Now you know the snake plant is not just decorative. It's a channel, a mirror, a silent guardian of the invisible. Localization choices fetas, and when used with awareness, this plant can transform your home into a field of protection, abundance, and balance. But more important than the plant is your decision to activate what it represents. You can already apply everything you've learned so far, moving the plant to the right spot, doing the weekly energetic cleansing, watering with intention, placing it at the entrance as a vibrational sentinel. That alone is a quantum leap for anyone living on autopilot. But something even deeper happens when you start seeing your home as a living organism, because it feels. Your home absorbs everything, the unspoken conversations, the dreams you've tucked away, the fears you've been hiding, the hope that refuses to leave. The plant is just the key, but you're the one who turns it. Now, let me ask you honestly, did you feel something different while watching this? Maybe a shiver, a forgotten memory, an inner voice whispering, "This is what I needed"? If so, that's your energy responding to the call. So now I invite you to do two simple but powerful things. 1. Comment below, I am the guardian of my home. This phrase is a spiritual anchor. By writing it, you're not just leaving a comment, you're sealing your intention. You're declaring to the universe, I'm present, I'm ready, I take responsibility. 2. Like this video, not just to support it, but symbolically, as a gesture of gratitude. Gratitude to the plant, to your home, and to yourself. Remember, every action in the digital world has a reflection in the subtle world. Liking, commenting, and saving this video activates more than the algorithm. It activates your presence. Now, you might be wondering, is there something beyond this? Yes, there is. There's an energetic activation ritual, once practiced only by Feng masters on specific nights. And the next favorable day for this ritual is tomorrow. In this ritual, the snake plant is combined with a natural element, a candle, and a sealed phrase. The result? A vibrational field that attracts peace, clean money, and more authentic connections. But here's the catch. This ritual can only be done once a month. And if it's done at the wrong time, its effect dissolves. That's why I'll be recording a brand new video with the complete step-by-step, and I'll publish it tomorrow at 7 a.m. at the exact activation time. If you want access to this ritual, subscribe now. Turn on the notification bell, because if you miss it, you'll have to wait until next month. And believe me, your energy field has already begun to shift simply because you watched up to this point. You're already in the process. Now, all you need to do is follow through. Your home feels, your plant listens, and the universe responds. I'll see you tomorrow at noon, because the next step is no longer about the plant, it's about you.